She was certain I'd take her back after the affair, but instead, I was the one who ended things first. That's where everything began. What broke us wasn't only her disloyalty. It was a slow crumbling of trust until the truth became too heavy to hide. On the surface, we seemed unshakable. Friends often told us we were the kind of couple they admired, the pair that looked happy and solid. I used to nod and smile, but deep inside, I felt the shift long before anyone else noticed. It started with little things I dismissed too quickly. She'd stay out later, saying she was catching up with friends or swamped with work. I wanted so badly to take her word for it, because believing her was easier than facing the unease gnawing at me. We'd been married nearly a decade, built a home, carve out routines, and I believed we were partners. I worked long hours to keep our lives steady while she managed our home and social world. We weren't flawless, but I thought we were secure. Still, cracks had formed, and I ignored them because I trusted her. The first real blow came one night, when she slipped in later than usual. Her perfume clung to her too strongly, like she had just reapplied it before stepping inside. When I asked casually about her night, she avoided my eyes and answered with simple, "Just drinks with the girls." I forced a smile and let it go, but my thoughts wouldn't quiet, even as she lay asleep next to me. Over time, the small signs became impossible to overlook. Her phone was always flipped face down. She chuckled at late-night messages, but waved them off as a co-worker's jokes. Work suddenly required her attention more often than before, with projects I had never heard her mention. Every instinct screamed at me, but my heart clung to the hope that I was wrong. Then came the moment that confirmed what I feared. She claimed she'd be out with her friends again, but when I called one of them, the hesitation in her voice was enough. My wife wasn't where she claimed to be. She was with someone else. My hand shook as I hung up, the reality slicing through me. Still, I didn't confront her right away. I needed to be certain. So I waited, quietly observing, piecing things together. The way her expression softened at certain messages, the sudden extra effort she put into her appearance, the distance she carried even when sitting inches from me. She was already living a double life, one in which I no longer had a place. When I finally saw the messages, it was worse than I had braced for. Words of affection, stolen plans, laughter meant for him. She had given someone else what she promised to me. That night, sitting alone with the glow of my laptop screen, I felt anger burn through me. But beneath it was a deeper wound, an emptiness carved by betrayal. From then on, I looked at her differently. She carried on as though nothing was wrong, as though I couldn't see past her facade. She didn't confess. She thought she was safe. She thought if the truth ever spilled out, I would bend, forgive, cling to our years together. She underestimated me. I didn't shout. I didn't beg. I refused to break myself for someone who had already chosen someone else. Instead, I met with a lawyer. I gathered documents. I prepared in silence while she carried on her lies. The day I handed her the envelope is etched into me. She opened it slowly, expecting a love note or apology. Instead, her eyes widened at the sight of divorce papers. Her voice trembled when she asked, "What is this?" "It's what you've been asking for without saying it." I told her calmly, "I know about him. I know everything. You thought I'd forgive you, but you were wrong. The marriage ended the moment you chose to betray me." She tried to explain, tears streaking her face, stumbling over excuses. She begged me to think of the years we spent, the life we made. But I'd already thought about it. On every sleepless night she was gone, every moment I watched her drift further away. Forgiveness is something earned, and she had long stopped trying to earn it. I stood firm. My voice didn't waver when I told her, "This isn't punishment. This is me choosing myself. You broke what we built, and there's no fixing it." Walking away wasn't painless. It felt like tearing out a piece of myself, but it was also release. For the first time in months, the weight lifted. The suspicion, the lies, the ache of watching her slip away. She tried reaching out afterward, leaving messages and apologies, begging for another chance. I didn't answer. Silence was enough. She gambled with our marriage and lost. People say betrayal leaves the deepest scars, and that's true. But I discovered something else. Sometimes the strongest response isn't fury or revenge. It's calm, quiet strength. Sometimes the best thing you can do is stop bleeding over broken glass and finally let it go. She thought I'd forgive her. Instead, I handed her divorce papers first. And that was the day I reclaimed my life.